watching CBS 2 News at 11.
They were almost as famous as Elvis himself. We're talking about the King's entourage, known as the Memphis Mafia.
They accompanied Elvis virtually everywhere, and there's one member of that group who, in the 27-plus years since Elvis's death, has pretty much kept the memories of his years with the King to himself until recently. His name is Jerry Schilling, and I caught up with him for an exclusive and personal tour around some of Elvis's favorite Los Angeles hangouts.
The jacket says it all. Jerry Schilling was an intimate part of Elvis Presley's life for 20 years.
So, Jerry, you met Elvis actually playing touch football.
Memphis, Tennessee. I was 12. He was just out of high school. And he just recorded his first record that week, 1954, 50 years ago. And the first thing he wanted to do was be one of the guys. I think he got kicked off the football team in high school. He didn't make it. I know it was a big deal to him.
Elvis brought that love of football here to a little park on Beverly Glen Boulevard in Bel Air.
And when he got out to California making movies, he continued playing on the weekends with different people. He'd be in the movies. Max Baer from Beverly Hillbillies, Ricky Nelson, Kent McCord. All these people would come here on Sunday afternoon.
Were they big to-dos?
You know, anything Elvis did and was there 30 minutes, it became a big to-do.
What made Elvis a big to-do was the music he recorded at radio recorders right here in Hollywood.
You know, Elvis spent a lot of time in this very studio and recorded a lot of songs here.
This goes back to 1956. He recorded Love Me Tender right here in this room. Jailhouse Rock, the famous Christmas album, Roustabout soundtrack, Spin Outs, Frankie and Johnny, Viva Las Vegas.
What was he like when he'd come in here? All business?
No, you know, Elvis, he knew how to get everybody away from outside, away from here's Elvis Presley, and just would come over to a piano like this. They would kid around, play some songs.
Good morning, Hollywood camera. Gentlemen, how are you?
Elvis would spend sometimes 2-3 hours before he ever started recording. And then he would just start pumping. You know, he could do 4 or 5 master songs in a night. What we don't realize, too, Paul, is that Elvis is the most underrated producer in recording history. I mean, this guy, he was a perfectionist. 22 takes. Then he would sit in that control room until they mastered an acetate, where he knew his mix exactly where it was.
Did he enjoy it?
He loved it. He loved recording and he loved being on stage. I never saw Elvis in a bad mood at a recording studio in general or on stage.
How many hours would he spend in here in a session?
Usually he'd like to come in 6, 7 in the evening. He'd get started maybe 10 or 11. He'd go to daylight. You know, we'd crawl back to Bel Air and sleep all day.
And while the actual Bel Air house Elvis and his entourage lived in is gone, the memories of 525 Perugia Way remain.
This is where I bought my first motorcycle, and Elvis borrowed it and rode around Perugia Way in circles, and then he wound up buying 12 motorcycles for all of us, and the Bel Air Association tried to throw us out. This is the backyard of Perugia Way. And as you can see, it overlooks the golf course. Elvis loved Dean Martin. He was a big Dean Martin fan. One day, he looks down there, and Dean is getting ready to swing, and he goes, "Dean!" And Dean pulls him away and goes, "It's Elvis!" And Dean screws up his shot, and Elvis goes into the den and mopes for 3 days. I don't know anything about golf. You know, it was right here in 1965, the historic rock and roll meeting of all time. The Beatles came to meet Elvis Presley at our house. Elvis was playing the bass to records, and Paul McCartney felt that he was in. Colonel Parker was in the den with a roulette table. Me and Ringo were playing pool. It started off quiet, but it became a real party night.
And make sure to tune in to CBS 2 this Wednesday night for part 2 of the interview. Jerry tells us something you probably didn't know about Elvis and his first performance on The Ed Sullivan Show. We'll find out what that has to do with Southern California Wednesday night on CBS 2 News at 11.
Those are priceless stories.
Jerry's a very, very interesting man and also a very nice man.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, are you lonesome tonight?
Are you lonesome tonight? You know what?
Not anymore, because Johnny Mountain's here.
Hey, we're
so
here.
nice to have you here.
Thank you. And we have rain coming in. So we've got kind of the ending